Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to become the $1 million person, you need to first understand something very important. Money is not the goal. Becoming the type of person who can generate it is. The truth is, people don't become wealthy by sitting around waiting for a lucky break. You become wealthy by consistently creating value in the marketplace, by taking action in ways that others are too afraid to take, and by becoming someone who doesn't settle for less than extraordinary. The first thing you must do is shift your mindset. You've got to start thinking like a person who is capable of creating massive value. Wealth isn't some mysterious thing that just happens. It's the result of identifying a need, solving it, and providing that solution in a way that people are willing to pay for. Wealth is the byproduct of delivering value on a large scale. If you're out here hustling for the paycheck, thinking that getting a job or simply going through the motions is the path to success, you're dead wrong. You need to think about what value you're bringing to the table and how much that value is worth to others. When you make value creation your focus, the money will follow. Next, set unapologetic, massive goals. Forget about the small, comfortable goals. They won't get you where you need to be. If your goals aren't scaring the crap out of you, they're too small. Millionaires don't get rich by playing it safe. They aim for the moon, and they're willing to fail spectacularly to get there. Set goals so big, so outrageous that the old version of you thinks it's impossible. And then watch how your actions start to match the level of ambition you're setting for yourself. Big goals force you to grow. They force you to take actions that will lead you to a higher level of thinking, of execution, and ultimately of success. You have to be willing to demand more from yourself than anyone else ever will. You cannot achieve greatness, and certainly not $1 million life, without discipline. Success is built on daily, consistent actions. You don't just wake up one day and find yourself at the top. The road to wealth is paved with the boring stuff, doing what needs to be done, even when it's tough, even when you don't feel like it. You've got to make discipline your second nature. Show up every day and keep pushing, even when the results aren't immediate. Build habits that keep you on track, and remember that success is a result of what you do day in and day out. Don't get distracted. Keep grinding. The person who masters discipline wins, and the person who consistently shows up is the one who reaps the rewards. Now, here's where the real truth comes in. You've got to stop playing small. If you're comfortable right now, if everything feels easy, you're not growing. Comfort is the enemy of wealth. The best opportunities in life are always outside your comfort zone, but too many people are afraid to make the leap. They settle into predictable, safe routines, and they wonder why they're not getting anywhere. Let me tell you something. In order to become a $1 million person, you need to embrace discomfort. You need to stretch beyond your limits, take on risks, and go after things that seem unattainable. The discomfort of pushing yourself to grow is temporary. The rewards of breaking through that discomfort will last a lifetime. So stop playing small, stop making excuses, and get comfortable being uncomfortable. Finally, leverage your network. You cannot do this alone. Wealth is rarely built in isolation. It's built through relationships. Build relationships with powerful, ambitious people who are on the same trajectory as you, who challenge you and who push you to become the best version of yourself. Seek out mentors who have already walked the path you're trying to walk and learn from them. Relationships are your shortcut to success. The right people will give you opportunities you can't even see right now. They'll share their knowledge, their networks, and their resources with you. Don't underestimate the value of who you know, because the right connections can turn your ideas into million-dollar ventures. You have everything you need to become the $1 million person. It's all within your control. You just need to shift your mindset, aim higher than you ever have before, get disciplined, embrace the discomfort, and surround yourself with the people who will take you to the top. This isn't about wishing for success, it's about being the type of person who attracts it. Make the decision today to become that person. The world is waiting for you to step up. If you want to change your life and unlock the potential to build wealth, the very first thing you must do is shift your mindset, and more specifically, you must shift it toward value creation. You see, too many people go through life thinking about success in terms of what they can get, what salary they can earn, what possessions they can acquire, what job they can land. But the key to real, lasting success, whether it's financial or personal, is not about what you can get, it's about what you can give. The richest people in the world didn't get there by asking for handouts. They got there by creating something of immense value for others, something that met a need or solved a problem. It's crucial to understand that value is not about what you think people need, it's about recognizing what people actually need and offering a solution. The path to creating real wealth starts with your ability to see the gaps, the unmet needs, and the problems that others are experiencing. Once you can identify those areas, your next step is to figure out how you can provide a solution that is better than what's already out there, how you can add value in a way that others can't or won't. Because here's the simple truth: if you're not creating value, you're not building wealth. It's that straightforward. When your mindset shifts toward value creation, you stop seeing problems as obstacles and begin seeing them as opportunities. Every challenge, every difficulty you encounter becomes a chance to create something that helps others. And in helping others, you're not just fulfilling a need, you're opening the door to unlimited possibilities for growth, success, and wealth. When you approach life from this mindset, everything changes. You no longer operate from a place of scarcity where you worry about how much you have or how much you don't have, but from a place of abundance where the possibilities are endless, because there's always room for more value to be created. I think about the people who are admired for their success. They didn't just provide a service or a product. They provided something that made people's lives better. They solved a problem that was affecting a large number of people. And in solving that problem, they created massive value and they were handsomely rewarded for it. They created something worth paying for because it mattered. The people who think only about what they can gain, who are concerned with what's in it for them, will always be chasing after money. But those who focus on how they can make a meaningful impact, how they can truly serve others, these are the ones who attract wealth without having to chase it. They become the creators, the innovators, and the leaders who shape the world around them. This shift requires a deep commitment. It's not just about thinking differently, it's about acting differently. It's about waking up every day with the mindset of looking for ways to create value. It's about asking yourself every single day, how can I add value to someone else's life today? When that becomes your focus, your life begins to transform, your relationships improve, your business improves, your opportunities expand. Because when you start looking at the world through the lens of value creation, you begin to see that everything you need is already available to you. The resources, the connections, the opportunities, they're all there waiting for you to notice them and act upon them. This isn't just about creating value in a business context, it's about creating value in all areas of life. You want to be valuable to your friends, to your family, to your community. People gravitate toward those who have something to offer, those who bring something of substance into the room. Whether it's your time, your knowledge, your skills, or your energy, when you shift your focus to how you can serve others, your relationships flourish and the rewards follow. The key is to think outside of yourself, to step away from the mentality that success is about accumulating things, and to adopt a mentality that success is about contributing to the greater good. And here's the kicker: when you create value for others, you open the floodgates for value to come back to you in ways you never imagined. There's a law of compensation at play here. When you give, you receive. Not always immediately, not always in the form you expect, but it comes. Whether it's money, respect, opportunities, or something else, when you're creating value, you are planting seeds that will grow into something far more significant than you ever expected. You see, this is not a short-term game, it's a long-term strategy. And over time, the more value you create, the more wealth you attract, not just in terms of money, but in terms of opportunities, relationships, and influence. So the question you must ask yourself is, what value am I creating today? Are you focused on solving problems? Are you actively seeking ways to make life better for others? If you're not, then it's time for a mindset reset. Wealth, success, and fulfillment are the natural results of creating value. And that starts with seeing the world differently, with recognizing the potential in every problem, the opportunity in every challenge, and the value you can add in every situation. When you make this shift, everything will change for you. The door to wealth will open, and all you have to do is step through it. If you want to transform your life, if you truly want to accomplish something extraordinary, you need to stop setting small, comfortable goals. Those small, safe goals are exactly what keep you stuck in mediocrity. They allow you to coast, to stay within the limits of your current abilities. But here's the hard truth: small goals lead to small results. You have to set goals that are unapologetic and massive. Goals that force you to stretch beyond your current circumstances. Goals that challenge everything you think you know about what you're capable of. The truth is, when you set goals that make you uncomfortable, when you set goals that cause a little fear to rise up in your chest, that's when you know you're on the right path. If you're not a little scared, you're not aiming high enough. When you set massive goals, you set the stage for growth, you set the stage for transformation. The goal itself becomes the catalyst for everything that follows. The pursuit of that goal is what will push you to evolve, to change, and to push past limitations you didn't even know existed. It's the challenge of striving for something so big, so out of your reach, that it forces you to level up in ways you never thought possible. People who achieve greatness don't just stumble upon it. They don't wait for opportunities to come to them. They create opportunities. They set goals that are so far-reaching, so massive, that they become obsessed with reaching them. And that obsession is exactly what drives them. When you set a massive goal, it's not about achieving it immediately. It's about the journey, the growth, and the sacrifices that happen along the way. It's about becoming someone who has the vision and the tenacity to pursue something bigger than their comfort zone. You can't expect to be extraordinary if you're only willing to settle for the ordinary. The world will give you exactly what you ask for, but if you're only asking for crumbs, don't be surprised when that's all you get. So ask for more. Set unapologetic goals that are so big, so ambitious, that they will challenge you to grow into the person you need to be in order to achieve them. When you aim high, the results you achieve will be beyond anything you ever imagined. And even if you don't hit the exact target, you will still accomplish far more than you would have if you had only aimed for something small. So the question is, what is your massive goal? What is the dream that makes your heart race and your palms sweat? What is the vision that scares you just enough to make you think it's impossible, but excites you enough to make you want to try anyway? Set that goal. Make it bold. Make it impossible by everyone else's standards. And then go after it with everything you've got. The path will be hard, but it will be worth it. Every step will push you to become the best version of yourself. And when you achieve it, when you realize that you've gone further than you ever thought possible, you will understand that it was the massive goal itself that transformed you into the person capable of achieving it. If you want to achieve anything of significance in life, there is one skill that will stand above all others: discipline. It is not a talent you're born with, but a muscle you build over time. And it's the foundation upon which every successful person has built their life. Discipline is the difference between those who merely dream and those who actually accomplish. It's the difference between setting goals and achieving them. It's what separates the ordinary from the extraordinary, the achievers from the wishers. When we talk about discipline, we are talking about the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. It's about staying committed to the process, even when the immediate rewards aren't visible. And here's the hard truth: success doesn't come from motivation alone. Motivation is fleeting, it's a spark, but discipline is the fire that keeps you burning. Motivation will come and go, but discipline will carry you through when the journey gets tough, when the road seems endless, and when everyone else gives up. You've got to develop a mindset where you make discipline your ally. You must decide that no matter what, you will stick to the plan. You must wake up every single day with the commitment to perform the tasks required for success, whether you feel like it or not. The best part, the more you practice discipline, the easier it becomes. It doesn't take much to get started, just a small commitment to doing what you know you must do consistently. And soon that discipline becomes a habit, and those habits will become your daily routine. The truth is, every great achievement requires consistency. It's not about doing something extraordinary once or twice. It's about doing the ordinary things, but doing them relentlessly. Showing up every day, even when you don't see immediate results, is what leads to breakthroughs. You have to embrace the long game. Look, if you're looking for instant success, you'll never get it. But if you're willing to keep putting in the work, even when the world doesn't recognize your efforts, you will eventually stand on the podium. What you have to understand is that the more consistent you are with your actions, the more you build trust in yourself. Every time you make a promise to yourself and follow through, you build your own belief system. You become someone who keeps commitments, someone who takes action no matter how challenging the task. This will reflect in every area of your life. When you are disciplined and consistent, you show the world that you are someone who does what they say, someone who is capable, someone who can be trusted with responsibility, someone who can be relied upon to deliver. But discipline isn't easy. It's about making the right choices every single day, even when temptation calls you to quit, to be lazy, or to procrastinate. It's about pushing through those days when you're tired, when it feels like the world is against you, and when you're unsure of whether or not it's worth it. You must cultivate the mental toughness to continue, to press on even when you feel like throwing in the towel. You have to remind yourself constantly that success is never easy. It is always the result of hard, consistent work. Consistency also means not allowing setbacks or failures to stop you. When you are disciplined, you don't view failure as the end, you view it as part of the process. Every time you fail, you learn. Every time you stumble, you adjust and keep going. Discipline is the ability to keep moving forward no matter the obstacles that lie in your path. You learn to view every challenge as a stepping stone, every failure as a lesson, and you keep taking the next step day after day. Success is not about avoiding failure, it's about learning to persist in spite of it. And here's the kicker, you don't need motivation every day to stay disciplined. Motivation comes and goes, but the people who win are the ones who learn how to create their own consistency through habit, through structure, and through sheer determination. You may not feel inspired every morning, but the discipline to get up and keep moving forward is what separates those who succeed from those who don't. To master discipline and consistency, you need to have clarity. What are you working toward? What is the bigger picture? The clearer your vision, the easier it is to commit. When you see the long-term goal, the smaller tasks don't seem so overwhelming. You know that each step you take is another brick in the foundation of your success. You know that even when you don't see results right away, your consistent efforts will pay off in the end. That clarity, that focus will fuel your discipline and keep you on the path toward achieving your dreams. So start today. Make the decision that you are going to be someone who shows up day after day and delivers. Your success is in your hands. The difference between where you are now and where you want to be is the consistency of your actions. It is in your ability to be disciplined when it's hard, when you're tired, and when the world is telling you to quit. Choose to stay the course. Choose to put in the work. Choose to be the person who never backs down, who never makes excuses, and who never settles for anything less than greatness. Because that person will always win. And that person is you. You want to succeed. But let me ask you something, are you playing small? Are you settling for mediocrity because it feels comfortable? The truth is, comfort is one of the greatest enemies of success. It's a trap. It whispers in your ear telling you that you're doing enough, that what you have is good enough, and that you don't need to take any risks. It tries to convince you that staying in your little bubble is safe, that stepping out of it will expose you to failure, to disappointment, to things you can't control. But what comfort won't tell you is this: staying small will get you nowhere. It will keep you stuck in a cycle of barely making it, of dreams that are never realized, and potential that is never fulfilled. Success, the kind that matters, the kind that transforms your life, requires you to get uncomfortable. It requires you to step out of that comfort zone and challenge yourself to do things you've never done before. If you're not uncomfortable, you're not growing. If you're not pushing yourself beyond your limits, you're wasting time. The greatest achievements in history, every breakthrough, every innovation, every incredible life lived happened because someone dared to go beyond what felt safe. They took a risk. They embraced the unknown. And that is where true greatness lives, in the land of the unknown, where fear and uncertainty meet opportunity. You cannot expect to achieve extraordinary things while playing it safe. Playing small means playing by the rules that were made for average people. But you're not average, are you? You are capable of so much more, and if you're not pushing yourself beyond the boundaries you've set for yourself, you're denying your true potential. You were not born to sit on the sidelines. You were born to rise, to lead, to take chances, and to create something that matters. But you will never do that by staying in the comfortable space where nothing challenges you. You will never reach your highest potential if you keep doing what you've always done. Growth doesn't happen that way. Getting out of your comfort zone means facing your fears head on, even when they seem insurmountable. It means stepping into situations that make your heart race, situations where you don't have all the answers, situations where you might fail. And here's the thing: failure is not the end. Failure is not a sign that you're incapable or that you don't deserve success. Failure is a lesson, it's feedback. It's the universe telling you you're on the right track, but you need to adjust. The people who achieve great things aren't the ones who never fail, they are the ones who fail, learn, and get back up. They're the ones who take what life throws at them and keep moving forward. To play at the highest level, you need to start embracing the discomfort that comes with growth. It's going to be hard at first. Your mind will tell you to stop, to quit, to turn back. But that's just resistance trying to keep you in your safe little box. You have to push through it. Every time you take a step outside your comfort zone, you expand your capabilities. Every time you push yourself to do something difficult, you prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you ever believed. The more you do this, the more you will realize that you can handle bigger challenges, that you are equipped for greater opportunities, and that your potential has no ceiling. The people who succeed at the highest levels don't wait for the right moment or the right time. They make the right moment. They don't wait for their fear to go away. They move through it with courage and determination. It's time for you to make that choice. It's time for you to stop playing small, to stop shrinking back, and to stop allowing comfort to dictate your life. You have a destiny that is far greater than what you're currently living, but you'll never reach it if you keep avoiding the hard things. So take a step forward today. Do the thing you've been avoiding. Speak up when you've been silent. Take that leap, even when you're not sure if the net will appear. That's where growth begins. That's where the magic happens. You can't afford to stay where you are. The world needs you to show up at your highest potential. The only way to do that is to get out of your comfort zone and push yourself to do the things that scare you. Because on the other side of that fear is the life you've always dreamed of. It's time to make that leap. It's time to stop playing small. It's time to step into the greatness that's waiting for you. The life you've always dreamed of is on the other side of your comfort zone. If you continue to play small, if you continue to let fear dictate your actions, you'll remain stuck in a cycle of mediocrity. But if you choose to step up, to face your fears head on, and to push yourself beyond your limits, you will unlock a version of yourself that is capable of achieving greatness. It won't be easy, and it won't always be comfortable, but the reward is worth every ounce of effort. So today, right now, make the decision to stop playing small. Get out of your comfort zone, take action, and watch as you transform into the person who can accomplish anything. The world is waiting for you to step into your power. Don't hold back. Embrace the discomfort, because that's where your true potential lies.